Yeah, you do the intro.
Hey guys, it's Marta.
And Leesley,
And welcome
back to the Day Night Podcast.
2, 3, funky.
This is our last episode.
Yeah, no special guest
No
today.
special
We
guest.
are the special guest.
Yeah, we're always a special guest, actually.
Literally. We make the podcast.
Honestly.
Well,
And we thought for our last episode, why not just like do something special, talk to us? Because honestly, I feel like this whole podcast, we talk a lot about ourselves too, to like show that we like relate, whatever.
Yeah.
So now it's just about us.
exactly.
Yeah.
We also do that so then the the guest is not alone. So it's
Yeah.
like a bit of like a speaking kind of situation. Because that's the point. It's
Yeah.
like a conversation with us.
It's our podcast, we can do whatever we want.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right. So should we start off by kind of going a bit in depth of what this whole podcast situation was?
That was one of my...
Yeah, because I was like, that'd be a good intro. Because I think some people still didn't actually get it. Because we explain off camera always what this is about.
Yeah.
But then for those who just watch and are, classmates and stuff.
But this started when we were in like end of S5. And you're like, I think you were the one that told me like, Marta.
So wait, there's a kid there. There's a child, right? All right.
You were like, Marta, we should do a podcast.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool if we did a podcast. And then we did, and you can see it all on this channel, you guys. It's still there.
We actually kept it there. Local, we could have taken it down, but we're like, it's part of the growth. It's part of the evolution. Even if it's embarrassing,
Whatever.
show people that, it requires steps before you get to where you
Yeah.
are. That's just how it is. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And then in S6 we did some, but we weren't really like into it as much as we were this year. I especially I didn't feel what it was for. We were just like talking about random things, and it was fun, but it didn't really have a meaning, and so I wasn't really.
I think it was like also more of like a summer thing to kind of keep us occupied, to make us feel like we're doing something, kind of to establish a little bit of an independent thing. Because I feel like we're quite involved people, but mostly connected with school.
Yeah.
This was also like a kind of open door of doing something that has nothing to do with school or was just no connection with school whatsoever. It came from us. So there was that too. It did become tough because school started and, we had other things
Yeah.
on our plate.
We were also supposed to do the lineup. I remember was like one episode together, one episode solo, one episode together, one episode solo. Leesley never did anything solo.
Listen, I tried, but the thing is, every time I recorded something, I kept going back and re-recording because it sounded bad, or I couldn't finish the sentence, or it didn't make any sense.
There's one episode here when I'm completely on my own. It's the Walton family. It's like the richest family in America. I forgot that I published that. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun when I look back and I go listen to it. It's like, oh my gosh, like 15, 16-year-old Mark. I think it was 16.
Yeah.
Just talking to herself. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
No.
Like, I kept saying, yeah, I will do it, never did it. So sorry, no solo.
And then in the beginning of like S6 summer, I was like, Leesley, I can't do the podcast anymore. We need to shift gears. And that's when because the initial idea as well was like start off like this and then one day like start bringing guests on the
Yeah.
podcast. So I was just like, why not just do?
We forgot to mention that we didn't want to be known. We
No.
made sure we went incognito. Like, we were no face, fake names. What was it again?
Celine and Eos.
OMG. But the thing is, for the people who know us, they would have recognized us from a hobby. I think didn't someone say they found our stuff and they went anyway. But yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Forgot that part.
But also it was a time where we also wanted to make like a video actually.
Yeah.
So we can see each other as well. It's more personal.
Yeah.
And then, talk to actual people. And then the first time we ever told anybody outside of just us was Dio.
All right.
With this first episode, it was doing. Shida was there too in the background. But those were the first people we ever told about this podcast idea. We revealed that we've been doing this for a while. And yeah, then came Dio's episode, which is like very draft,
Yeah. The quality is not great because we didn't know the places to film, and then we discovered here. That's when the second episode is here. Was filmed here.
With Naomi.
Yeah, we tried to pick the closest area because it's very on a whim. It was on a whim, and we just went for it. We also had no plans with questions and stuff. It was on a whim, and yeah. and then we moved to this park. Not the best of time because there also was too much noise because they were digging up some stuff there. We're going into autumn, so they had to fix some stuff, so it wasn't great, but
And
still.
then we had to go inside.
Yeah, oh my god. The inside period, I hate them. The only one I really like is the catchy one because there the lighting was genuinely nice because it was still light. But then after that, honestly, I look dead. Like, I have no tan, nothing. I look dead. Just,
I think yeah. We also had the phase where we wanted to try with microphones. I think Noah was like, guys, you should try with some microphones, you know? Like, the audio's kind of, ugh. I don't think you said that, but...
No, but we tried. The thing is, we ordered mic. I ordered a mic, she did, but I don't know what happened. She ordered twice the same amount, so she had 4 mics with 1 connector, whatever.
It's okay, though, because my mom uses it for her social media, so if it's not going to waste.
Yeah, mine, too. Like, I can use mine anytime, you too. The thing is, when we started using it, we didn't realize that there was some connecting issues because we're using both at the same time. They both connect. It's like you're on a phone with someone and they're right next to you, start squeaking, something like that. So the mics were flopped.
We needed 3 mics basically connected to one thing, and we could never get it right, so we just gave up.
Yeah. It was someone else commented that too, like you guys should get mics and stuff. The thing is, if we did it in a park during like this time period, there's not that much noise. It's perfect without any mics. Also, it's nice to hear like the background because it sounds natural.
So more like real, more teenage, more coming of age.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the point is not to be perfect. The point is just for the people to speak to them.
Yeah.
And just get to know them. And then I don't know what we were.
And then then we had the inside period. Then we stopped during pre-backs because we were like no.
And we came back in February.
Yeah, because but then we did that episode with Noah, then we did a bunch of others, and then also by the end of the year we were just like, it was hard with scheduling. I think scheduling was the big issue.
Scheduling was a big issue, and also we had some exterior obligations to fulfill. So that was on, podcast was put on hold, but we came back eventually.
There's a bunch of people we wanted to, but we never got to.
Yeah.
Really
okay, but like some people, honestly, some people, they had some issues, like they had anxiety and so they didn't want to do it. Others scheduling issues, others were just, I can't say that, it's a bit rude. Some just were annoying when it came to so I was like, you know what, whatever.
Yeah.
So we tried our best, we tried to get as many people as we could. I think for the time we got, local, we did a good job. Because we could have done 5 and ended it, but we did more than 5. So.
And we did people outside of our comfort zone.
We did.
Like, we really didn't.
We didn't
like, at the beginning, we stuck to what we know so that we could get used to it.
Get used to it, be comfortable with the questions, to kind of see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And then we kind of dispersed over to different people.
Some of my favorite episodes are with people that, like,
you don't get to...
I didn't really talk to before.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's... The initial idea of the podcast was literally... Well, not the initial. The second part of the podcast idea was we interview people... with the end goal of them one day remembering the podcast and coming back and watching it again and be like, wow, that was me. Like showing it to their kids, maybe like, I look like this one day.
This is what I see. Okay, how I look like. In the beginning, I took how I look like on camera really serious. It's like, okay, I'm filming today. I need my hair down. I need to like have good clothing, whatever. But you can see with me now. Today is a different case actually, because today I woke up and I didn't even want to get dressed. But by the end, I was like, okay, I can put my hair up. It's fine. So I think for me specifically, having myself on a camera and being forced to look at my face, and when editing as well, it's just like I'm more relaxed into how I dress now.
I think I never cared, especially during the winter episodes. Guys, you don't understand. When it's winter, I like winter, but like here, winter, it doesn't snow. Like there's no action. So, oh my God. No, also I look super dead. My tan is gone. I look super pale. I look sick almost. Didn't care. I still don't care. I just wear whatever I want and just.
But your whatever is already a bit classy. Well, this is also not that bad.
No, it's normal.
Fine.
It's
it's just me how I wear, how I dress.
No, but I don't care.
But yeah, that's how we started the podcast, you guys. Yeah. And then I literally, my first point is like, we should talk about how the podcast started.
Yeah.
And my second point was like, how did we meet? What were our first impressions? What are our first perceptions?
We're gonna go through that. How did we meet? We met in S2 ski trip
on the bus.
Yeah, like 2019 around that time.
It was 2019. No, 2020. It was early 2020.
Was it January this year?
I think it was January.
So it was 2020. Yeah, it was ski trip, and I was initially actually supposed to go. It was okay. The ski trip was supposed to be me, Nishita, Anna, and Ava. But the thing is, Nishita had some obligations, so she genuinely couldn't come. So it was an uneven number of 3. So Anna and Ava sat together. I was cool with it. I don't really care about that. I could have sat alone. I was fine.
Yeah.
But from the way we sat in the front, right?
Like,
we sat in the
yeah.
front. So when we're coming in, Ava and Anna sat away that I could still communicate with them. And just coincidentally, right next to them, Marta sat there. So I was like, I'm gonna just sit next to her because she wasn't sitting with anybody. So it would be perfect because it would be just a row and just, look over and yap. And that's kind of how we met. Did we speak much on the
I think you
ride?
said hi.
I think I said
But
yeah.
I was so shy because it was like, first of all, you were speaking English.
Yeah.
And so when I first arrived here in the German section, I love the people in the German section. We've had, I don't know if we had any of them on, but they're really nice people.
No, we haven't had any.
Yeah.
No.
They were really nice to me. I'm glad. But also they were a bit, like, we couldn't really connect in a very deep level. I always felt like kind of an outsider. So this ski trip, to me and for my parents as well, it was like a way for me to get to know new people. Yeah, just meet new sections as well, because in Esch there was just like German and French. So here you had the English as well. And so when you sat down next to me, it was literally perfect. A girl my age who speaks English.
Yeah.
And so I think I asked you some questions. I think you asked me some questions. But it
It
was
wasn't like in depth. It was more like,
No.
cool, listen that to me, But I know that the way we sat, it was really, because Noah Piff was there too, Michael was there, and Darren. So we sat in a way that was us who knew each other sat together. So we're speaking kind of all around.
I was not.
Yeah, so I was speaking more to them because I didn't know her that well.
Yeah.
But here and there I would turn around and speak because I also feel bad,
Of
guys.
course,
Because I was like,
yeah.
why is she alone? Like, this sucks,
I was the only one in my class that was picked because I had the best grades. I felt really bad
OMG.
because they cared about grades back then to get into the ski trip.
Yeah. For us,
So-
I think you just signed up for us.
No, for us you have to be the first, and you have to have good grades. So that's why I got in.
I mean, that's fair enough. None of us in the English section were doing bad anyway. We were all very good students. So. But yeah, that's how we met. And then into the ski trip, we landed, we got settled. And because all of us girls were in the same room, the French section were more on the other side. It was mostly the English girls.
There was English girls, one room, French girls.
Yeah, so genuinely, that was the time we all kind of got to know each other a bit more.
Yeah.
We spoke a bit more.
We did have things in common. Like, I remember I specifically came with a Harry Potter pajama. Just so, if there's other people who like Harry Potter, they can clock that and, talk to me. I don't remember if we talked about that,
I
but
think it was maybe Anna, because she was
Yeah,
really
exactly.
big on Harry Potter at the time.
we had that. You guys did your TikTok dances. I watched you guys do the TikTok dances. I did not participate. And yeah, but you guys were always really open and really nice. And that's what made me do the switch after the ski trip was over.
I remember talking about it though with you. I told you to come over.
Yeah.
I did. I told her because she did. Okay, I won't say
think
she
I mentioned
complained,
it.
but she did speak about it, and it sounded like you were lonely.
I was very lonely.
And I was
There's
like,
no denying
I mean,
it.
since your English is good, you might as well move, So
I didn't even have to do a test or anything. My English was just
it was good.
That
It was
good.
the level so she could come, and I was like,
Yeah.
bro, just come.
yeah.
Literally just come, and she did.
Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, COVID hit.
COVID. How's
Yeah.
COVID? I mean, we've
We've
spoke
talked about
it.
this. Yeah.
Do you
It
want to
wasn't
very, speed run through it?
It wasn't great for me. But I only realized that after we came back to school, because I knew you guys had your friends, but I felt already at the time, because I was so lonely, because you guys were so nice to me, I felt like I was part of your friend group when I really wasn't yet. I was still on the outskirts. But I had fun while I was on my own. I was doing my own thing. And then when we came back to school, that's when I realized you guys were just doing things all the time, and I wasn't really doing that. But it was fine.
We did, however, do more in the end of COVID,
Yeah.
big calls. So that's where we really invited other people, and I saw you joined as well. We played Roblox, online games. So that was
Among
really
Us.
fun. Among Us, oh my days.
Yeah.
and online games. There was that one charades game, not charades game. It's like the drawing game. Guess what the person?
Yeah.
played? That game we played a lot. It was fun.
It was fun. We really got closer in S3. End of
Yeah.
S3.
Yeah, and that's where we really
S4.
got into joining stuff, clubs, things we really were interested in.
Us too, that's what we...
Yeah, that's like, that was our thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what we, like, I genuinely think if we didn't have each other, I don't know if
that's
I would
what
have joined.
when we wanted to join the committee, we were literally class rep, and then I remember one of us talking about committee, and I remember instantly we looked at each other like, yep, we're going. We're going. From there, more stuff happened. We made a few connections.
We did.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not angry with the way we used our time at the committee.
Like, it was a learning experience. I've learned so much, and I feel like it was a working experience. It was a working experience.
Sometimes it felt like a job. I'm not going to lie.
It was a job because I talked to my parents, like I would complain to my parents all the time. And it was like, Marta, this is what we do. And then when I hear them complain, it's like, it's comité. So it's honestly a bit scary that's what's going to happen. But
I think we grew up from that. Yeah. And I'm proud. Because, you know, skills were gained and it was worth it. Yeah.
And then genuinely, that was also the time we talked more about politics.
Yeah.
We like made each other laugh every 2 seconds. But yeah, that was really...
It was just good.
Yeah.
I think, we helped each other grow in that domain.
Exactly.
And that's why we know stuff. So we know some of the stuff. And then of course, like, individual work as well. Like, I think we deserve what we...
Yeah. I'm happy where I am, and I think a lot of it is because of our friendship.
Yeah. But yeah, and we did other stuff too. Okay, we did Europe Club. We had the whole thing with friendship, which was super. It was fun while it lasted. Honestly, I had a really, really good time with friendship because I feel like, again, it was a reminder to also be grateful for what you have. That there are people out there who would kill to be in your position, who would do anything to be in your position. You shouldn't take it for granted. And
it was also a reminder of, like, if you want to connect people, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, I do think friendship wasn't perfect. You know, there's some things that could be changed here and there. But it was able to connect a Luxembourg school to a Bangladeshi school. And, you know, just allow that experience. And that's just, you know, it shows that it's possible.
Exactly.
And that's really nice.
It's never impossible. So, that was also... It was really just nice. Yeah. Just amazing. And we also did Mini Entreprise. I keep bringing that up. I'm sorry.
Because that was a traumatic experience.
It really was.
You need to talk about it. We joined, because when we joined Mini Entreprise, it was like, we joined Mini Entreprise and Climate Club, and they were at the same time. Which is so dumb.
We became one person, quite literally, because what we did is one person would go Climate Club, the other Mini Entreprise. The next week, the other way around, and we'd have to give each other a rundown on everything.
I think that's what fucked us. I think that's the reason Mini Entreprise failed. I think if both of us were there in the beginning, we could have said, no, this is a dumb idea, we shouldn't do this.
I don't think that would have happened still.
Really?
There's some decisions to be made that low-key...
No, because I wasn't there in the first meeting, and that was so much... Like, you guys already decided, like, kind of what we want to do there, and then I just had to run with it.
But there were other things that kind of screwed up, that's why. We're going to get to that in a bit. Because we're giving the run. The thing is, because we were, one entity, it was hard to always actually get all the deets. So we made a couple of decisions that went great. I think even though if we both were there, we would have still taken the same decision. Because we were loud. Like, we weren't taking other people into consideration. No. That was the issue. We were picking the people we already knew and thought could do the job. It's just... We can't say that.
Like, for example, you can bleep this.
The thing is, if there's something we learned, even if someone's good at numbers, don't be fooled. Please look at the more present people. Yeah. Even though they are not great with numbers, I think I'd rather pick them because at least they'll try and get the job done than someone who's super good with numbers but takes forever to do it and it's never done.
I think it really matters somebody that's efficient, somebody that is easy to work with, and just somebody who's like...
Who can execute the communication effectively. Yeah. Because, listen, okay, let's move on. First round was a demi-finals. Was it like the presentation, the business plan?
We did so great.
We did amazing for the business plan. Everyone had their roles. We were prepared, and we prepared really hard. I remember even the teacher made us present in front of like the older classes, and they gave us feedback, which I think was super helpful, and it made us more comfortable. And because we prepared a month in advance, there was nothing we had to worry about. We were
not for the final.
Not for the final.
Not for the final.
Here's the issue. The compos were right around the corner.
It was the week before the compos.
Number one. Number two, we weren't prepared because we wanted to do something different. we didn't want to recycle our business plan. Also, we never had an actual product. We did, but it was like more of a prototype. We had an idea to sell, but not an actual product. So that was another issue too. So we were stressing over the fact that we didn't have a product, we didn't have a benefice, we didn't have...
I think we were also stressing over the fact that none of us truly believed in the company.
Yeah.
None of us truly believed in the company. And you can't have a company
That
if nobody believes in it.
Yeah.
So...
The thing is, honestly, looking back, the idea was good.
It
We
was
could have
good.
done something with it.
With just the idea, but not the product.
Yeah, the idea was to sell. But yeah, we had no product. Also, yeah, we can't say that. Let's just say it was an experience of a lifetime, and I would not take that for granted. I wouldn't do it again, but I appreciate the experience.
I would do it again.
Would you?
I would do it again. I would do it again.
I wouldn't do mini entreprise again,
But I would do like...
something like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can't do mini entreprise again. One thing I really liked about mini entreprise is that we met so many different people. It was mini entreprise and through Canal. And like Canal community
Okay,
events.
but like I have something to say. There's some people that we met. Honestly, the most beautiful souled people. Honestly, I still follow some of them on Instagram. The only issue is that like I don't communicate with them, and it's kind of odd because I see them post and stuff, and I still follow them.
It's like a social...
It's like a
parasocial relationship.
Okay, I wouldn't say.
Okay.
I would
Like
just,
you know them, but only through the internet.
but isn't a parasocial relationship like you're connected, then like you have some sort of emotional connection with the person. And so, anyway, whatever. They're there, and it's odd, and I just feel the need to. I like to follow people I know I'm gonna yap with like at some point along the line. Like it's just weird following someone I don't talk to. But they were really, really, really nice girls, and if they ever see this, truly, they were such lovely girls. They were really, really nice. We also, who else did we meet? We didn't speak to many people. They're the only ones that really spoke to us too.
I was thinking Canal. And from Canal, I was thinking...
Oh,
Yeah. Which we actually did end up talking again because they invited us to stuff. Did we show up? One time. Yeah.
should we make like a public apology to that?
We should make a public apology.
Okay,
I genuinely want to do public
Should we call them? Like we should name them. Okay, so Timothy and Leslie are people we met
Through
before.
Canal.
Yeah,
We
Canal.
met Timothy because he was in Canal with Ilana.
Don't say her name.
Or with like other people from our community, and so from there afterwards, events they introduced.
Yeah, we
us.
kind of became connected in a way, which they're super great people, super motivated, and honestly really inspiring because they do a lot of stuff.
And then Leslie, we also met
at the same time.
Canal events.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we spoke, and it was great because also they spoke English, so it was great, and we're like, cool. A public.
Do you know how we met? It was the Iranian girls. It was
Right.
which those girls are
Oh
so
my God.
iconic. I don't know where they are now. I hope their family's okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But-
yeah. We went to like it was a canal
It
thing.
was so
We
cool.
went,
They were so cool.
and it was the first time we went to something like that. Honestly, it was my
Yeah,
first time
yeah.
at least, and they were
We were
talking
so
about
nervous.
the Iranian regime
because that was close after Masa Amini was
was
murdered by
murdered.
the police.
And so it was really interesting going there. I remember my voice was gone, but I still came, and it was a good time because we met this girl. I forgot her name, but it was like a Buddhist name. I don't remember her name though. Anyway, we met Timothy and Leslie
Yeah.
and Danny, who was the president of the canal.
At the time.
And then some other people there too.
Yeah,
But
they were
everyone was
just-
so cool and super nice. And that's also why we met the Iranian girls too, which I sadly do not have contact with them
me
anymore.
neither.
Which again, if you guys see this, we're
Also,
not
public apology for not showing up to Paris, but I don't think.
Paris.
We don't remember when they invited. I'm gonna cut this out.
No, please keep it in. It's good, okay?
No, I remember like one time they invited like, hey guys, to go to a protest in Paris. You guys gonna come? And I was thinking about it, but then my parents were like, no.
Yeah, my parents would have said no too. Like we were because they were a lot older than us.
Yeah.
So and then
And they
were
had
like
more freedom.
15, 16. So yeah, like my parents wouldn't let me.
It was that, and then I don't remember if I signed the petition.
There was also another petition to sign, and the thing is, I said I was going to, but the thing, again, parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the parent approval, and I feel really bad, because now I have more freedom, I would have signed it.
I would have signed it.
And just so that you
apology.
know, public apology for that. Another public apology is to Leslie for your birthday party.
I'm so sorry.
We are so sorry that we didn't come.
I'm gonna give the reason. It's not an excuse though. Leesley's cancelled. I don't remember why you cancelled.
I wasn't well. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. No, I really wasn't well. I needed to. I couldn't go. I
Yeah.
genuinely couldn't, so I cancelled.
And she told.
I said it quite last minute.
No, but it wasn't even two. No, because when you hear how last minute I said it, she said it like 2 days before. And then the whole time I was like, oh gosh, should I go? Should I not go? I don't want to go without Lisa, but I also don't want to. Like, I also kind of want to experience this. So I was genuinely thinking about that for 2 days. It was the top thing on my mind. And then I only realized very last minute that I was like, I couldn't even get there. So I was still at home when it was about to start. It's falling.
The location of the birthday was
It was very
No
far
offense.
away, and I would have to go alone and come.
so from that up to the Ishtana was Ishtana. We were young, we couldn't go alone. My mom wouldn't even let me go.
My dad was not gonna drive me.
See, the thing is, if we were guys, we could have.
Yeah, but I was not going to.
Yeah.
And at the time, I would have to speak in Luxembourgish. Like, I'm okay with Luxembourgish, but a whole event in Luxembourgish with nobody else I knew, and then I would have to, like, it's a lot. So the thing is, I'm so sorry, public apology. I told her like an hour before the actual event.
Yeah. And again, if the opportunity ever well, honestly, I think the first things first is we'd totally love to meet up again and just
I've seen what you do on like Instagram and stuff, and just very impressive.
yeah.
Like, you're an
And we're not
amazing
just
person.
meeting up to take
No.
genuinely for friendship wise and stuff. And if we got the opportunity again, we would, why not, like, meet up and stuff. So yeah, public apology for that. Genuinely, I was unwell, I couldn't come, and we're not bringing excuses, we're telling you the truth. But
I should have said earlier. I really should have, but I was not going to be able to show up.
so that's
Also,
our-
I thought it was going to be like just a party, but it was like a
was
real
a
event because I think
proper
she's
party.
like half Filipino.
yeah, so
So it was like a proper event.
And I know she was upset because she like did some stuff with names and stuff. So I'm so sorry.
You're very
I'm so sorry for disrespecting you
Honestly.
and all that. So we hope that we can rekindle something.
It
from
was
this.
not. That was not very good of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wasn't this apology? We hope
No.
you take it. Forgive us. I mean, we did the rally recently
fun.
again. The rally was fun.
I'm so glad that we
We won, guys.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I swear
we should have won that first time.
Yeah, but the thing is, we came late. There were complications on our way there already. That's why we came late and we couldn't hear the instructions. The second time we went, we proved them wrong.
But please, other people said they went by bus. I'm still so confused.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
so I
still
don't.
so confused.
I don't know why this person's holding a grudge
Honestly.
on us, but hopefully, he forgives us by us winning. Right? We won. Also, lucky the price was dead.
Yeah.
Like,
we got
what
the same
was
thing as
that?
second and third place.
Right?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I was kind of hoping for like something else, but it's okay.
No, but the thing is, we should have won the first time. Because I think we did really, really well.
No, we did.
And the second time, we won also because we're just very intelligent women. And we've been doing this for like a while.
We
and
pay
we know
attention.
Europe very well.
We pay attention. Genuinely, I'm sorry. All you have to do sometimes in class is pay attention.
literally.
They be telling you stuff, and then before you know it, you will remember it in important moments, and you're just proud that you know it. I'm so proud that I paid attention in geography, history, economics, political science, because low-key helped a lot.
Yeah. And it's just like, because the second time, like, glad we did it. I'm really glad we won. But honestly, it was a bit unfair. We were like S7s. We're all basically 18.
Oh, screw them.
And we're like little S5s, whatever.
Shoot.
But, they survived.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They survived. We survived. It's a learning experience. Now they're going to want to win,
Exactly.
They're going to feel, maybe we, like, make them want to try.
But yeah, it was fun. We won. I was so proud. I really was. We worked fast, efficient, and
Without the other group.
exactly. Oh, low key. Yeah. We were like, we need to win. We don't care about you. I'm
If
sorry.
people from that S6 see this, I'm so sorry, you guys. You were slow.
No, you were so, but the girls were sweet.
The
I
girls
like
were sweet. You were
Girls
really
were
sweet.
really sweet.
But you were
honestly.
slow. And you were slowing us down, and I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry, but y'all
But
are
we're
sweethearts.
very competitive. It's not your fault. It's just us. You didn't know. They didn't come for the competition.
They came to
do
the vibe
stand,
and
yeah.
to
to do the stand. They came to do the
They
stand.
came to do the stand.
Yeah.
Oh, my sock is becoming dirty. Love that.
Have blue socks too. Doesn't show.
Yeah. What next? What else did we do?
We did so much.
Really.
Okay, we're not even gonna be able to talk about all of them.
No.
It's just like there's so many eras we went through.
What through all these experiences, what's something you like took away from it? What's something you learned from it? Like as a whole, not all as individuals, but like as a whole.
As a whole, it's just like sometimes we are too quick to judge, and that's something that you did that I'm like honestly I learned from it a lot. Is just like listen to both sides and like really listen and don't just like pretend to. Because I remember in S5 during the whole Minion 3, I remember how it was with Nishida. I remember at the time we had like a falling out and it was like not great. And honestly, I don't even remember why we had a falling out.
I think we all did. I did too.
Yeah.
Because there were just communication issues and no one was listening to one another.
And
It's
that
really annoying.
that like falling out came at the same time as she had a falling out with another girl in our friend group, and so it was like extra stuff. And I just look back at that time and was like, no, that shouldn't have happened. I feel like we lost a lot of precious time with Nishida and we like pushed her away because of what happened then. And I completely understand, how she felt. And I remember she talked to you about it. But I don't know if she ever felt close and comfortable enough to talk to me about it.
She spoke to me about it because I was confrontational.
Yeah.
Because I don't like fighting with people. I hate it so much. I find it super awkward. And as soon as like there's an issue with someone, I like to kind of try and solve the issue rather than just let it lie. Because I hate when people say forget that. I don't like that. I want to be able to understand why you felt like that and you to understand why I felt like that, and then come to like an understanding, because that's how you solve an issue. Forgetting, you hold a grudge, and that's not, you have to forgive people. So
Yeah.
that's how I forgive people. I like to talk about it and then go.
Yeah. So that's something I've held for now as well.
I think also working like as a group, like being able to put everyone's ideas into consideration, like even since like Kumite especially too, because watching people do the opposite stuff was very frustrating. So it's like, if I wouldn't want that someone to do that with my stuff, I'm not going to do that to you. So that's, you learn like that. So I learned keeping everyone's ideas on the table and then keeping it into consideration rather than just completely ignoring it. Because who knows, like something might happen, you're like, oh, actually now your idea in this scenario is better. Instead of saying, no, yours suck, actually yours is good. Because it hurts. It's like, you go home and you're like, well, great, you said my work is ass, my idea is ass, and now you're using it. It's annoying. So
it's important for people to feel included as well. Even if they're not helpful, if they're included, they'll still help.
Yeah, one way or another. And who knows, maybe, again, that idea might come in handy in the near future. Just don't...
And also, some people also, like, I'm sometimes one of those people who, like, you can't come up with an idea, or your ideas are very good. But you're a really hard worker, and you're really efficient, and you genuinely want to do it because you believe in it. And I think if you shut these people out all the time, they're also not going to learn from their bad ideas. If you don't tell them also why it's a bad idea, they're not going to get a better one.
Guys, never say no just to say no. You have to explain why. And don't say no. Say, maybe it's not a good idea in this scenario. Or maybe say, just rephrase it in a nicer way, allowing them to also grow, like you said, grow from maybe the not great idea, or maybe from that idea they can develop a better idea from it. But don't just say no. It hurts. It's not nice.
7. How do you think our friendship evolved this year?
I think like over time we grew more as individuals, which I think was really important. Because I think because we, like in S4 and stuff, we did so many things together, people saw us as one person, which was, for me, was frustrating because I'm an individualist. I appreciate, or I put a lot of importance as an individual. Like I really like when people see me as one person, not as a whole. Everyone does, So in S7, I guess it was more of like a reinforcement of us establishing ourselves as individuals. Because I mean, if you've seen other episodes, I think a good amount of people said that too. It's like, at the beginning it was more of like a clouded vision of like who we were as people. Maybe not for you as much, but for me, I'm a quiet person.
I didn't have that much as well because I have a very loud personality. I'm very loud. Not loud, just like I'm a very expressive person, so people can like, tell who I am or like get to know me.
Yeah.
better in that sense.
Yeah.
So for you, I understand.
Yeah, for me it was just like, I'm not gonna change who I am. I'm sorry. I think, again, for people to know me, you have to talk to me. That's just how it is, and I will keep it that way. Because I like to protect my peace and my everything. But yeah, I think even in S7, even S6 too, there's just more of us becoming two separate beings.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
where was
It was like, how did our friendship evolve?
right?
Yeah.
So
We just, I don't want to say we grew apart, because like, I think we're so close.
yeah,
I can still talk about most things with you. We just like stopped hanging out as much as
Yeah,
before.
like we just do our own thing.
Yeah.
Like we're still friends.
Yeah.
But we do our own thing. Guys, I think it's gonna hit me. Like we do our own thing.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. Because I don't think someone has to always be with someone. Oh, no. Like I don't think you always have to be with your friends. Like do whatever. I think a good strong friendship is someone who can just come back to you and you can yap and it's like nothing happened. That's a good friendship to me.
Exactly.
So
That's why I think, that's one of my questions, like, do you think our friendship will last? I think we're going to come back one day, coffee shop, and like, what's the goss? And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about current events in politics. Because we have so many
yeah, like I feel like we're
topics of
well-rounded-
conversation that we can have.
Exactly. Like we're well-rounded people, well-educated, I think,
Yeah.
enough to, and then teach each other about our domains too, right? Like, because our study focus they're different. They're very different, but they're interconnected in some
Connected
way.
in a lot of ways.
So it's like we share information and we gain knowledge from each other, which is something we've been doing since a while. What is something you're proud about yourself, but don't you rarely talk about?
I talk a lot. So it's very possible I've said a lot of these things.
It's
But-
like it's not always like you bring it like here and there. I'm sure there's something you've mentioned, but you don't always bring up, but you're proud about it.
I am very proud of the fact that I don't hate anybody. Like, there's people sometimes where I'm like mad at them, or like I dislike them because of something. It's usually because of something they did. But even genuinely people in politics, like if you tell, like obviously I hate a lot of people in politics because some of them are fucking idiots that should not be in power, and that should not hold as much control over the world as they do. But even Hitler had a wife, you know.
Yeah. What?
Like I don't think he had kids. He didn't have kids.
No.
But he had like somebody loved him. He had a personality to some extent. Even I don't know. Stalin had children. The children must have loved him to some extent. There's even the worst people in the world that did horrible things to people, and you should hate them, absolutely. But everybody, to some extent, I believe that people are born good and then they do bad things, and I really like that about myself because it opens you to so many different people. It opens you to so many different conversations, and it also it allows you to be more open-minded. If you believe in a good world, you're also more optimistic. You're more likely to change something. For me at least. And so I really, really like the idea that I have of like everybody's a good person and they do bad things. You?
Something I'm proud about. Honestly, my patience. Sometimes I'm surprised. I'm an unbothered person.
Yeah.
I'm so and then sometimes I'm like, okay, it's a bit of a bad thing, but I know when to be bothered, you know? Yeah. So I'm proud that I'm just patient. I'm freakishly patient. It takes a long time till someone pushes my buttons.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like for my siblings too, they think, oh, she takes 2 seconds to piss me off. No, she takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds for me to piss her off, but she has no idea how long it takes me to actually get pissed at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, in general, I just have an obscene amount of patience, and I'm proud about that.
Yeah.
Because then it allows me to also keep an open mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It gives me time to, I don't know, communicate with people and try and find a solution before I blow up. So, yeah. Are there any common misconceptions people
I think the most common one is just the fact that I'm studious. This is boring. But like, guys, I really don't study that much.
Oh my god.
Parents, you're probably not gonna see this, whatever. But I really don't study that much. I'm like for these backs, I could have done more. I did my best, I really did. But I could have done more. I just get so tired, and I get so bored, and it's tough. But I think for me, the best way to learn is to pay attention. And then I was born with, a natural and just like capability to deal with new facts and to absorb new information. So in general, I am lucky that I was born this way, and that's why I have to study less. But guys, yeah, I really don't do that much. But that's boring. I think I've said this before. Yeah. Were you gonna say the same thing?
I was about to, but you said it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's some domains, okay, if I don't understand, I'm gonna learn it. But again, too, I pay attention. Even if it's boring, I pay attention. Like Dio said too, it's like, why are you listening to it? I was like, listen, you never know. She might test us like the next day, and then I don't have to study that much because I know my stuff already. Okay, the too many people who think I'm shy, trust me, I am not shy. I'm not shy. I
just doesn't want to talk to you.
Wait, okay, no, not that. It's just if I have nothing to say, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Because it takes a lot of energy out of me.
Yeah.
And I had to learn it a bit of the hard way. Okay, scenario. Not scenario, but it's like a real life situation. But like my mom, like and dad, like invites people and whatever, and they have like kids that are around my age. When I say around, like very much around, not super close, but around my age. And they're people I used to be friends with. So for me, again, I'm the kind of person like talk to me, and it's like nothing happened, But I always forget like people don't act like that, right? Some people are just awkward. Some people just don't want to. And so when these visitors come with their kids, I feel like there's an obligation for me to kind of entertain them.
Yeah.
So I go up to them, I ask them if they want to drink or eat something, and then I talk to them. Like I ask them like, what are you doing? Like how's studies and all. I'm not expecting the story of your life. I honestly don't care about your life. I'm not going to lie. But help me out here. Like I look like
No, Leesley has complained to me about like some people that are just like, so how are you? Just like, good.
They piss me off because I'm not your fan. I really don't care about your life, but I'm doing it so that you are not bored and just help me out.
Yeah.
I'm not your fan. And from that day on, I was like, you keep doing that, I will do the same to you. So the next time they came, what I did is I served her water. I went back. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not gonna sit there and do nothing because I like to, do something. I'm not doing that, but yeah, I'm not shy. I just don't speak. But if you bring something up and say something, I will talk.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a misconception about me. I don't know, but I'm very like you've heard in another podcast. I have a very activist personality. I love to talk about current issues and events. And I talk about that very openly. I say my opinions very openly. I don't hide them at all. But I think that also a lot of people may assume from that I'm just like a very stubborn and closed-minded person, when that's not usually the case. Like if you want to have another opinion, if you're being a bitch about it, I'm gonna be a bitch about it too. Like there's some conversations I've had where it's like no, but if like I'm not open-minded in the sense of like if it's something I truly value-wise disagree with, I will discuss it with you too. But I'm always open to hearing like why somebody would do something different, because usually there is. Usually I do have things missing. Usually my view of life is not complete, and so the more opinions I hear, the better I can learn. So just because, I am very outspoken doesn't mean that I'm not ready to listen to other people's opinions, and I think everybody's opinion is valid. But I also believe everybody has an opportunity to learn, and if I try to teach you something, you have the right to ignore me completely, but you also have the right to listen to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory as well?
So there are many times we were just laughing the
Yeah,
whole back.
exactly.
One of the after an event, we'd take the train back and it's super late, and we were laughing about the most dumbest thing ever. Like it was probably, I don't know, it was something really really stupid.
Maybe one of those times.
Yeah, one of those times because it's just a moment of freedom. Just like nothing and just laughing. I love those moments. Like a day accomplished, we did something, we spoke to new people, and boom, we're laughing on the train back home. Those are my favorite times. Yours?
No, I think I was about to say I was trying to think of a specific time where we laughed about something.
I can't
No.
think of it. There's too many, and I
Exactly.
genuinely can't think of one.
But it's just that. I like this memory of like us doing this, I guess.
Yeah,
Like
like,
the podcast.
Exactly.
It's really fun.
You're coming together and just doing this.
One of my favorite, it's not a favorite memory, it's like a memory that like is still there, is when we first got accepted into committee. We didn't know.
Oh yeah.
We didn't know, and it was like we were about to go into math class, and then Madame Vice walks by us and is like, guys, you missed the meeting. It's like, what meeting?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, well, the meeting for the first ever Comité des Élèves, you guys got in? He's like, what? And then we were jumping up and down.
Brother,
We
man.
ignored her completely, like, after she said that, we were just like jumping up and down, telling people like, it was fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah. The start of many things.
Honestly,
Yeah.
very much.
What's a mistake you're happy you made?
I'm low-key happy I didn't say yes to. I keep bringing this up, but like I said many times, Luxembourg class had no friends, and only the French section I was very much alone and I was quiet. And I was quite intimidated by the people around me because they were very loud and because they had their friends, and it's just different, right? You're with your people, you're cool. And they invited me over to that table because low-key they felt bad, and also to keep people together, but I said no, and I'm happy that I made that mistake because it was the beginning of me kind of waking up and just going for it, like asking people stuff, like joining people if they ask you to, even if you think you have nothing in common with them or they're not your vibe, just go and figure it out, you know, explore. And that's a mistake I'm happy I made because I learned from it. What about yours?
I think a mistake I'm happy I made is just like my general like I'm thinking of two things. Number one is the way I kept contact with my people, like with people in Austria, of like it wasn't the best, and I still talk. Like I literally asked someone this weekend of like, oh my gosh, how are you? Because they got their diploma. So I was just talking to her, but I've had so many friends, and now I just like I don't really talk to them anymore, and it's just a sign of like how I want to leave things here. Like, do I want to do that? So I'm happy I made that mistake so that I know what not to do now, basically. And then similarly, of like, one mistake I made is I overestimated how close I was with somebody, and that mistake really has led me to like make sure to know where I am, so that I don't get disappointed, because I have a very like personality of like I just oversee a lot of things. And so I'm glad that sometimes I will like, misunderstood because I was happy to, be around that person, and still am. But now I can just like, I can recognize, we're growing apart. Do I want to stay closer to this person? Then I will like try harder to like be closer to that person. It's important to recognize that kind of thing too. So I'm glad I made the mistake of not doing that, so I could realize what I was doing.
That's fun. That's fun. Is there a fictional character you deeply relate to, and why?
Probably. This is dumb. I can't think of anything better, unfortunately. Twilight Sparkle.
Oh my days. Girls relate to a pony, guys.
A pony. Well, sometimes she's not a pony. It's just because, like, in the beginning, she didn't really have a lot of friends, but it was all kind of her own fault. It was like because she didn't refuse to open up, because she like had her own things, and she refused to open up to anybody else, or she really only had one friend to like talk about things. It was like the dragon, whatever. But then when she finally moved, she like realized, oh, I guess I am kind of alone. I guess I could make friends, and then she actually tried. And again, I think that happened of like when I realized, oh, I am actually kind of like alone. I do try to make friends. I do try to build up connection. So I just relate to her in that way. And then also she's like the smart pony, and I always related more to the smart characters. Yeah. To me, it's like, this is dumb as well, but like Elphaba from Wicked. Really though, it's not like totally. Because
I'm
she
joking.
again, like I always related more to characters who didn't really have very friends, because I've never like, I think we have a good bond, but also we don't do like typical friend things that most people do. We are very like, you like to keep your space, I keep mine. And And it's just like I always related more to those type of characters. I always related to those that were a little bit smarter. And then I always related more to the characters that were a little bit different. Because in my mind, I'm a very typical person. I can relate to a lot of things that other typical people relate to. I don't think I am like disabled in any way. But I always know that there's something different about me. Like I don't want to be a normal person, if that makes sense. And it sounds dumb. It sounds like I'm fucking Jughead from Riverdale. It's like I'm not like other people. I'm not like other girls.
Why did you pick him?
I don't want to be Jughead. No, but it's just like I've always knew that was like a little bit different, but I never knew in what sense. Mm-hmm. So I always relate to the characters that are a little bit different because it's like, yeah, it is hard. It is hard being different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A good one. I think. See, I was gonna pick Sally from When Harry Met Sally. The thing about Sally is that she knows what she wants, right? She knows what she wants. She does what she knows she wants to do. Like she's a go-getter, and she's a very obedient person. I'm a very obedient person. I've realized I follow the rules. I do what I'm supposed to do, which is a good thing. But then at the same time, like things don't always go as planned. Right? Sometimes you have to break the rules. This sounds so cringe.
Opening up is cringe. Being your authentic self is cringe. Because, like, those series, those movies, you do get it from someplace. Yeah. And it's like, that is who we are as people. But also, it's like, it's okay to be cringe. You can be cringe.
I am not going to let this down. This is social suicide. But, like, yeah, she's a very obedient character who does what she's supposed to. And she gets something out of it, but there's certain aspects in her life where following the rules will not get you what you want or what you need. And yeah, sometimes you just have to take the more unconventional way to just develop, grow. And when things are written out for you, they will happen. That's it. That's why I relate to her. She's a character. Things don't come easy to her. She works hard. But then again, you know, not everything happens. That's it.
Yeah. This is similar. Who would play you in a movie?
No, that's not. It's easier for you.
What do you mean? Because there's more white actors?
I don't even know. Like. And if there is, they're all on the older side.
Okay. They don't have to like look like you, whatever. Just like they match your vibe. They match your energy.
Maybe. Wait, a kid or like my age now? Like my
Everybody.
vibe?
It can be old too against the vibe. I'm gonna start with the embarrassing one, right? I'm thinking of Winona Ryder.
Okay.
Because to me, she plays more edgier parts. I don't think I'm an edgy person at all.
I think you're edgy.
I can be a bit edgy.
You need to add a bit of blue on your hair.
Blue.
For those who know Selena Gomez.
I just need a little blue. It's extra edgy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I think she plays a more edgier character, and so. But also, I don't know. I like the way she acts. I like what she like. She's a bit different. She's always a bit different, but she always still has like. Yeah, the people there, and I really like her acting, so maybe Winona Ryder.
But sweet. I think she could play me, low-key, because she has my vibe a little bit. She's more on the softer side. I'm not that soft. I'm more harsh, but I think she could play me.
Realists, okay. With Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
And the question was, would you rather sneeze glitter or fart bubbles?
Fart bubbles.
Why?
Glitter makes a mess.
I know. That's what I thought.
Yeah, like.
But then, like, imagine farting bubbles and it's like they pop.
If it's bubbles, it's soap. Your farts smell good.
Okay, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fart bubbles. Yeah.
The sneeze like just stay there. Just
yeah,
smell.
like and then there's glitter on your face. It's really inconvenient. So fart bubbles.
Because they were saying like sneeze glitter, and I did not get that. If you could travel to any time period, where would you travel?
No, like being black sucks. like when you have these questions.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to go through the racism,
Yeah.
like if we could remove that, then I would live the 80s, brother. I would listen. That is the time of the year. Like everyone went crazy with clothes. Like you could go crazy and it'd be a style.
Yeah.
You could wear whatever you want, it would be a style. Culture-wise, amazing. Food, pretty cool. The people having fun. It's like the era of just freedom. It's the era of freedom, a new beginning. So the 80s, I really like it. Yeah. You?
No, I always think of like I would love to have been born in the 70s, grow up in the 80s, and be like a teen in the 90s.
Yeah.
And like
Okay.
teen or late teen, early 20s in the
Yeah,
90s,
yeah.
and like get a stable job before 2008.
Yeah, let's hope you had like the idea to invest your money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like before 2008, I'm like okay,
Yeah.
so I don't suffer that much.
Yeah.
Because there's so many bands and so much culture as well
Yeah.
in the 90s and in the 80s that is like I would love to experience. But if I'd go like all the way back, it's like a truly ancient period. I need to meet Jesus. I'm not even religious. I just want to meet the guy.
Who? Jesus.
Jesus.
I
I need to, because like people talk about him so much, right? And we technically have like the whole record of his life in the Bible. But I need to meet him. I need to know what he was like, you know?
If it's that ancient,
Like, let me meet Jesus.
I would then go all the way back there too. Well, not to
Yeah.
meet Jesus, but like, you know, meet all the prophets maybe would be cool. Your house is on fire. You have 60 seconds to take one item out. What would it be?
Oh, I think the easy answer would be my phone or my wallet. But I can't pick my phone or my wallet because that's too...
Just what I imagine is I have my phone, my wallet
Yeah.
already
You
on
have
me.
your, like, I have my tote
Your
bag. of stuff.
necessities on you. So why not pick something else?
I would take my box of memories that I have locked in my attic.
Yeah.
That I have like from stuff from a lot of times in my life, from like when I was a kid to now. And I don't know how complete it is, but it has like my yearbooks and shit too. So I think it would be really sad if that all went to
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
I thought I'd bring my teddy.
Which one? You only have one?
The OGs would say no. I say yes. I have one. Okay. The thing is, it holds so much to me. It's like it's a cute lamb, guys. You can't get it anywhere. That lamb, I don't even know where that place was. We went. It was in P5, and I never remember the spot. So there's no way of me getting it again, and it means so much to me. So I take my teddy. I know, super lame, but like.
I lost my teddy in a hotel in Germany.
Oh my days.
And it's very sad.
Oh.
And I don't have it yet.
Do you have a replace?
No, we had like my brother had an identical one, but in blue. But I didn't want to replace it because it doesn't like I was old enough not to need a teddy. It was just like I wanted it because it was again like emotional or whatever.
Yeah. I don't care how old I get. That teddy is my for life.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is there anything you regret saying on this podcast? What and why?
No. I
Really?
was very intentional when I said. Yeah. I was very intentional on the words I said because I knew. I was like, I know in the me now and even in the future, I'm gonna look back at this and be like, what the hell did I say? I didn't want to feel that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I lag because I didn't do like what I was trying to say. I didn't do it justice, so I was very careful what I said, how I said, and why I said. No.
Yeah.
You?
I just regret forgetting things. Because like right now we've redone 3 episodes and I don't remember what they said.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I have really bad memory and I feel kind of bad.
I do feel bad for the other one we did too because for the description of the colors, I genuinely do not remember what I said, so I gave something else. So I don't know. At least she remembers the old version too, so she got a little extra. But I don't regret it. No, I don't.
But I don't regret it. Like again, I've said this before. Everything I might say different things at different times, but I'm always being my most authentic and my most truthful self. I really am not lying. I'm just a bit chaotic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there something I did in the past that really stuck with you, positive or negative?
I'm a really bad person, guys. Let me put my out there. because if you did something bad, I probably told you and you apologized, and I spoke about it too, so I forgive and forget. And as for the goods, I don't remember. That's why I said I'll make it back. I actually don't remember. I don't know. I can't think, and I don't know.
Yeah. I'm in pain. It's sitting like this. I want to lie down. I don't know if I can lie down.
You can, on the side. Oh.
Positive, again, is just the way you deal with people and with situations. That stuck with me, and I definitely learned from you.
That was unnecessary. Cut that out, please.
The way you handle situations, that really stuck with me, and that really I've learned from you, of like how to talk to people, how to deal with situations. And then something negative is the amount of times you cancel.
For what?
Just like from different. You don't do it as. No, you do it a lot. Like we're supposed to hang out. I was like, oops, sorry guys, I can't. Most of the times you have like a good excuse.
I genuinely.
And you have like it's a real reason, but it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not just you. A lot of people in our friend group do that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And invasive questions. What were your thoughts on Vauban Kid?
Okay.
I need to know this.
Listen, I had a weird dream. Because Vauban Kid is just this guy that we were on an event, again, Canal, and we met him, and he was really nice. And I genuinely thought he was really nice. And then I had a weird dream where...
Go ahead, say.
Where we were dating, and I don't know why, because I never thought of him romantically at all. Like, I thought he was good, I guess. Like, I don't think he was ugly. But I never had romantic feelings at all. And then I just wake up and I had a dream with him. And I don't think I told you until because I had this like right after it happened. But yeah, that happened. And so now every time I think of him, I think of that dream. Yeah. Yeah. It was a very important dream, because in that dream I was like, maybe dating somebody not that bad. But not him.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You?
Need a bit of context. Nothing.
You unfollowed him. I'm so mad at you for that.
Guys, actually, I have a confession to make.
Okay, go ahead.
The moment.
Just tell me.
The moment I put that in, he appeared in my dreams too. But not in a dating way. He was just there.
Okay.
The background character. I was like, good, because that would be the way. And
what if it's magical power, he just appears in different girls' dreams?
This is not good, but it ate me alive, because I felt like it was wrong. Like, there's some people I know I'm not going to follow you. I'm not going to ask for your Instagram, because I know in my head I cannot have you on my up my ass on Instagram.
Yeah, that was a fun moment too when I found his Instagram in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was we laughed on that too, because it was hilarious.
Yeah, guys, hire me, FBI. Actually, no FBI. I don't want to work in America. But any other secret service.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because he's like, I don't know. For some reason.
Please leave that out. Ew. He's great. Don't get me wrong. It's just, there's some people I look at, I'm like, I don't know what I would talk about with you.
Yeah.
You're a bit too boring for me.
There's something wrong with not liking somebody.
Yeah.
Have your thoughts on what friendship means change?
At the very beginning, like S1 and stuff, like I was a kind of, I did everything for everyone. I was, like, you could ask me to send me homework, I would. I would give everyone my homework, like I would help anyone who needed it. I would put everyone before me. And it ruined me as a person, because then they wouldn't do the same for me. Like, I was giving it my all, but they wouldn't for me, and I'd always feel super bad. And I just flipped. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore, because it's not fair. I'm giving everyone my energy, but they're not doing the same for me. So, in that way, it was like, try and find a balance in your friendship, Don't give your all when they're not going to do the same. And then later on, it was more of just like, be more vigilant, like pick your friends really wisely and pick ones that align with your morals. Does that make sense? Like, they respect you as a person, they're good listeners, all that stuff. Yeah. And then now it's just, I think it's the same. Pick your friends very wisely and don't open up to anyone. Like, a friend is supposed to be there to have your back, be loyal, to listen, to be open to conversation, to tough conversation, not just fun ones, but really important and tough conversations. Because a friendship's not all, unicorns and butterflies. It's also rocks and thunder and whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what friendships for you.
I think for me, like a friendship to me is when you're with somebody who just like feel good with. It's just like you can have a conversation, no issue. You can just like not do anything. It's also no issue. It's just like you hang out and you feel good. It doesn't feel like a chore. Because with some people it feels like a chore. And then a good friend is also somebody, like you said, like you can rely on.
Yeah.
Like if you're putting in a certain amount of energy, they're putting the same energy back. If you want to do something, they can like, even if they don't want to do it, they'll like listen to you and support you in any way.
Exactly.
It's just like, first of all, somebody who you feel comfortable with, and then second of all, somebody who you can rely on. And I think that's what makes a good friend. And I think that's changed from just, like it doesn't have to be somebody I always hang out with.
Yeah.
It's like a good friend is just, I think when I was younger, I just didn't know what a friend was.
Yeah.
Like I had friends, obviously, but I just didn't know what it meant to be a good friend and stuff. And I think with time, I now know what to do.
Yeah. Can I ask you, what do you wish more people knew about you? They usually don't.
No,
Okay, so that's the question.
I don't think so. I don't remember. I guess I wish more people knew that I am fun. I think a lot of people don't know that I can be fun. But also, maybe a lot of people that like, maybe I'm not the type of fun that they're expecting me to be, so that also doesn't really work. And then, yeah, I just want people to know, we did have this question. I said like, I want people to know that like, just because I am one way doesn't mean that you can't talk, like, just because I have very strong opinions doesn't mean that I can have a conversation about it. I want to add one more thing he said though, is like, this is not that bad, but like preconception people have about me is that I'm Austrian. I'm not Austrian. Please stop that misconception.
Mine, people think I'm from England.
Yeah.
I'm not, guys.
And like, I get where they think that from, because like I moved from Austria to here, but my name's Leesley, for God's sake. Like, it's not like your name. Well, you could be British. You could just be
yeah, but
British,
like, yeah.
But you're not.
I get why people think, but it's wrong.
Yeah, like people don't know you speak Luxembourgish. People don't know I speak Portuguese.
That's wild though.
Yeah.
What's a personal boundary you learned to set, and why was it important?
A personal boundary I set recently is to not say yes to everything. I have a very clear thing of like, I usually want to say yes to everything so I can like help the best way I can. But I also, if I don't have time for everything, then I'm going to let everybody down. So a personal boundary I set for myself is just like, know when to say no. Like, it's okay if you say no. It's better for them actually if you say no. And organize my time better. And I think I've done that. I think I've gotten better.
I would say an important boundary I put. Cut people out who do too much BS. Such a waste of time trying to get the best out of someone and having hope in them to change when they're clearly not going to.
Yeah.
Truly, and again, like, if you've tried, don't feel bad for even trying. You did your part. If they don't reciprocate and if they don't try themselves, then don't really, like, just leave. Just don't talk to them. Even like, just in general, it doesn't even have to be like a quarrel. It could just be, something happened and things are not you guys just don't have aligned goals and you're just not working out, and you just think it's a good time to say bye. Just say bye.
Yeah.
Don't go back. Don't say hi. Bye. That's it.
I would say this is not a boundary, I guess. It's just like, you don't have to be friends with the same people your friends are friends with. Like, there's some people you or like other friends like you get along with, and for the life of me, I can't get along. It's not that I can't get along with them. It's like I don't mesh with them, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be friends with all your friends as friends.
Yeah.
A friend of my friend does not have to be your friend.
Exactly. It's just the way it is. They're friends for a reason, not your reason. So it's all fine.
Yeah.
And you're not a failure for not being able to connect. It is what it is. You're human. You find your people.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. But yeah.
I have a question actually.
Yeah, right.
So, what's one thing that if you don't achieve or if you didn't achieve, you would think of yourself as a failure?
I guess my career path. there are many things I want to do in my career. Like, contrary to popular beliefs, like, they think I want to do that one thing. Oh, there are many things I want to do. There's some that, you know, weigh heavily on my success, you know, idea than others. But I feel like if I haven't done at least a few of them, then I think oh, it's not achieved, it's if I end up that way. Like, oh, this is gonna sound really bad. Like, I can't say that because I think being a housewife is an acquired taste. Like, it's not for everyone, right? Mm-hmm. I just think if I became a housewife and all I did was take care of kids, I quite literally think I'd become depressed. Yeah. Like, I think I can't live my life.
You need to do something. You're the kind of person that needs to have a job.
I have to do something. I have to be able to run. I have to do something. So I don't mind being at home for like 2 years or so, like to really be there for my kid. But like, there's gonna be a time where genuinely I'm going to cease to exist if I don't do work. Yes, work, do something that has like a meaning, that has, I don't know, just a meaning to me and other people. So it's more that if I end up that way, I failed in life.
I think it's similar for me. It's like there's a couple of like life goals I want to accomplish. People should notice I want to have kids, and I have a lot of kids. I have like career. I don't have like a career path that I want to do exactly this, but I like have an idea of what I want. Mm-hmm. But I think generally, if I just wake up and I'm old and I regret things that I didn't do, or if I'm like so sad, I think that's, to me, would signify that I'm a failure. Yeah. If I refuse to do stuff now.
Like, okay, but failure is also like a strong word, because then think about it. If you're old and you think about all the things you could have done, you then think of all the things you did complete that you didn't think you could. So then you don't feel as bad. You're like, okay, I wish I did.
But if I don't keep pushing myself to like be the person that I want to be, I think I would consider myself a failure.
Yeah.
And it's very general. Like, obviously, I have my opinion of like what the person I want to be can change in life, and I think it will, obviously. But if I wake up one day it's like, this is not who I want to be, I'll be sad.
Yeah. Well, you said you want to become a mom. How many kids did you say?
Preferably 3 girls, 1 guy.
Why do you want to be a mom? Why do you... No, because I find it so fascinating, you know?
I think I'd be really good at it, first of all. I think I'm a great older sister. I think I'm a great cousin. I think I'm a great everything. I've babysitted and kids love me. So generally, I'm just like, I know that I'm good with kids. And so that also is like something I'm good at, something I know I'm going to enjoy. And then secondly is because I would love to raise somebody to like be part of this world. Like, our purpose as humans by nature is just like reproduce so that our species doesn't die, right? But also I feel like your purpose as a parent is to make sure the child can grow up to be, you know, the person they want to be. And I would love, I want to do that. And I already kind of parent my brothers, you know, and it's so. But to be able to raise a child and to like set them off into their own world, and at some point you don't become that important anymore in their life and just like doing their own thing, I think that's so fulfilling. And it's also a part of you that you leave behind. They can also continue to tell your story. So it's just, I also feel like having kids opens like a lot of doors to emotions and experiences you wouldn't otherwise experience. So I just, and then for the 4 kids specifically, it's because my great-grandmother had 4 kids, my grandmother had 4 kids, my mom had 4 kids, and so gotta continue with the tradition. It's like, I'm saying that as a joke, but I would love to have like an even number.
Like twins and all that, like, you know, you never know. That's really interesting. I find that really fascinating. Some people who just know they want to become a mother, because I don't have that, I guess. I don't know.
Like, it's interesting because you and then another friend we had, you guys also said, no, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have kids when I grow up. And now we can have this conversation. Like, you guys don't know exactly, like, you don't have the same feeling I do for, like, I want to be a mother. But you do have that feeling, like, oh, one day, why not? And I think that's really nice.
You always say, I have to invite you to my wedding. You have to invite me to your wedding.
Genuinely, with this podcast, I also have been a firm believer, like, I don't believe in marriage. Marriage for me is a scam. It's not a scam. It's a very useful business tactic to not pay taxes. But since I'm not religious or traditional at all, I don't really believe in the sanctity of marriage. I don't believe that, like...
You know, I mean,
like,
the party.
Huh?
I mean the party.
Yeah, but I was not gonna get married. I did not have the thing in my mind of like I'm gonna get married. But now because of this podcast, I want to have a party celebrating myself, and I want to invite people from my life to celebrate me. You know what I mean? Me and my relationship. So I think I would do that. I would do like a cute party. It could be a wedding. It could be something else. I don't know. But I want to do something where I have like an excuse to invite all of these people.
That's the only reason
That's
why
the
I'm
only
doing
reason why I would do like a big wedding.
Exactly.
It's like my aunt's getting married this summer, and I'm so excited to like just be there,
Yeah.
see people. It's just fun.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone comes together and who knows?
Yeah.
But
It's also an excuse for you guys to interact with us because we wouldn't be able to interact much since
exactly,
it's a big event.
Exactly.
But it's just like it's so fun.
And I get to see who you get married to.
Yeah. That's the only reason I've like changed my. This podcast has changed my thoughts on having a wedding. I want a
Guys,
wedding.
we did our
now.
job.
We did our job. In our podcast, we usually do a lot of like assigning movies, songs, and colors. Movie, color, song. Would you assign me? And I'll do the same for you.
Movie color song.
But everything else.
You did a song too already?
I've done all three.
Oh, he's such a... I did it one by one.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Let's start with movie. What movie do you have?
Okay, I have a few. I have The Breakfast Club.
Okay.
I have La La Land. And I have... There's another one, but it's not coming out.
Yeah.
It's like... Yeah. I'll give you those two. Those two...
I'm gonna lay down again. I'm so sorry.
La La Land, because it's a movie, it's like a musical kind of movie.
Yeah.
I tolerate it, I like it. And it's really fun. I think because you like musicals and stuff,
I
it's
love
like a really
musicals,
nice,
yeah.
well-written movie. And it's like my shoe and it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a good movie with a good plot. And I also really like how the characters like come together, they grow as people in their crafts, but because they have such a deep connection and love for their craft, they grow apart because they respect each other.
Yeah.
Just a bit like that. And then, what is it, The Breakfast Club? Because it's such a classic. It's a classic. It's a John Hughes movie.
Yeah.
And like, you're low-key like a classic. Like, I don't know. Like you fit a specific classic archetype. That's why.
Yeah.
You?
Mine is very basic, honestly. I give you the Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Because it makes sense.
I thought you said furry. I was like, what movie
No.
is that?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Because, first of all, I think that's your favorite movie, is it not?
It's one of my favorites.
Exactly. And you use it for your quote, too, for the yearbook. And then, generally, Ferris Bueller's Day Off was one of the first movies, like, real movies, that I ever watched. It was the first real movie I ever watched. It was that, and then I watched Vertigo. And so for me, it was, like, the beginning of, like, maturing. It is the beginning of, like, and it's very, I don't know if it's a coming of age movie, but it was, yeah. And so, you know, we came of age together. We came of age together. Then the aesthetic of that film really does match you very well.
Yeah.
I think just the idea of like doing stuff, having friendship, it makes sense, and I think it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Movie color music? Or was it movie music?
I have my color.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Should I start?
Yeah.
I give you coral. I had to say it like that, guys. It's really important. Coral. Because I don't know. It's always been the color that I've associated you with. It's like, it's not too warm and it's not too like pastel. It's like right in the middle, and that's that. It's like you're someone who's full of energy, so you like pink.
Yeah.
You like pink and stuff. And so it's like kind of mixed with orange and a bit of red. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're an in-between person. You're not one of one thing.
Yeah.
You're like multiple things, I guess, in one.
Yeah.
So it's a bit that, like your personality, energy. Yeah. So I picked coral. Also, it matches with was that the aqua color? Teal? Yeah, that whoever you find is gonna like
Teal?
teal.
Sure.
Trust.
Yeah.
Trust.
I think I stole this from. I think it was Cassandra. Gold. I love gold for you because I think you're very regal. I think if anybody could be a queen of a country, it'd be you.
Hey, cookie good.
Gold also suits you. I think it's your
it's the
metal.
only
Yeah.
thing I wear.
And then I do think you're very warm color. Like when I think of you, I do think of like a warmer color, a warm, but also like still very rare. Because like you said, like a lot of people think you're shy or think you're like unapproachable, but that's just because it's maybe you know.
Yeah.
But once you get to know you, it's like you're bold. It just makes sense.
Cookie good. And yeah, I've got you.
Okay. Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have two songs. I have Good Looking Boy by Suki Waterhouse. And I have Dreamer by Love. Dreamer.
Oh.
Love. The reason why. So it really is more of a vibe because I was trying to think of the lyrics because that's a lot what I usually do. But to me I can't because for me Suki Waterhouse generally is I think it matches your vibe of like darker but also still very loving and still very light music, but you can tell just by the sound that it is like it's also by her aesthetics. It's a very dark, you know, very moody song, but at the same time it is very light. And I think you're somebody who can be very serious, but when you need to, yeah. Or you can be very serious, but in reality you're really not being that serious. You're just like
I have no emotion.
Yeah, absolutely not. You have emotion. It's just like your emotion is. It's not like, for example, it's not like me that I'm just like.
Yeah.
It's more, you know,
Just mellow.
I like that word, mellow.
Yeah.
And then Dreamer. It really is just like the first side is like, let me be a dreamer, let me float.
Yeah.
And I think for you, I don't know how much you talk about it, but I think you do have dreams. You have a lot of ambitions. You have things you want to achieve in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, let me be a dreamer. Just let me do what I do. Let me get to where I need to be. But also you want to do it in like, the song is very bossa nova, very like jazz, whatever. So it also that fits with your vibe in general. And it's just like, let me be me, but I'm gonna do it in a chill way. I don't want to get in anybody's way. I just want to do me.
Yeah.
You do you. And
Yeah.
that's just it.
Okay. So my song is Carol Bella. Woo! It's a Brazilian song. I love it. I used to play it back in like school a lot. And it's just an upbeat bossa nova. Is it a bossa nova? Who knows? But it is, and it's really cool. And it's Brazilian. It's not it's Portuguese
can
still,
understand it, yeah.
but it's like it's just different because no one knows you're Portuguese.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't identify a Brazilian person either. Like I'm not saying you are, but like for me, I can't identify. Like to me, if you speak Portuguese, you know, from Portugal. Sorry, she's really rude, but I just think this song is like. It's like upbeat and stuff, and even though I don't understand the language, it's like it's really fun, and that's you. Like you have fun, you're upbeat, an energetic person, and again, it's not in your face either. It's like it's a vibe. It's just a vibey, upbeat song that you play at any function, anytime, whenever you want. And then the second song is by Billie Eilish. I did it on purpose. Eilish, and it's Lunch. Ooh, lunch.
Because I like girls.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I wasn't thinking like that, but sure, yeah. But even like Billie Eilish is your vibe too. Because though you're energetic, low key, sometimes depresso.
I am.
Like no, but for real, I'm like, oh gee, like what happened to you today? And I don't know. I don't ask about it because I don't like doing that. Because some people just need that space and do your thing.
Yeah.
But like it's like. Billie Eilish is like any other artist, has a spectrum of songs. Like some are more upbeat, others are more, I don't know. She just fits, and that song is just also fun. It's fun, and yeah, you like girls. Thank you for that. But also just lunch. It's fun.
For me, like you say that, and I don't talk about because I'm a very sad person. This thing, I'm a very happy person. Because I feel like if you you're mellow, and usually mellow all the time, right? You don't really go to like huge extremes. But if you're going to like the extreme happy, at some point you're gonna go to the extreme sad.
Lows.
So I have a lot of highs and lows, and they're very strong. And then sometimes I can't hide it very well. So
that's okay. You know?
Billie Eilish is nice. I like Billie Eilish.
Yeah, it's like Billie Eilish is a good song.
And now for ourselves.
What?
Yeah.
Did
you say
I didn't
that?
hear that.
For ourselves.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Hot Pink. Which I guess I'm really happy that a lot of people had like the similar thing.
Yeah.
But I do think I am Hot Pink. I do think Because I am very passionate, and that's a thing I love to say about myself. But then I'm also very warm, and I love pink in general. So I think hot pink in general, it makes me happy. It's a controversial color because like you have to get it, and if you don't get it, you just don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's who I am as well. It's like if you get me, you get me. If you don't, well, whatever. So yeah, hot pink.
Dark blue, navy blue for life.
Yeah.
I really like that color. Just, I love the stars. I love the stars, man. And I just love blue. Blue's such a nice color. You can find it anywhere. The ocean, sky, but the two deep spots, the sky and the ocean. I really like that. Yeah, just reminds me of a night sky. It's beautiful. It's nice, and you can never go wrong with the blue. Right, Marta? You gonna add that blue? You gonna add that blue in your hair?
Yeah,
a bit of an edge.
Yeah, I already love blue.
Literally. So yeah, blue.
Yeah.
And now for music.
I have a song.
Okay.
The song I picked is from Steven Universe, and it's the Love Like You. Because to me, Love Like You is obviously talking to another. A lot of the times, I haven't had many romantic experiences. I haven't had like somebody I'm like in love with. I really, yeah. And so every time I hear a love song, which is a lot because there's a lot of love songs, I always imagine of like it's me talking to myself. It's like something. If it's negative, it's like a part of myself that I don't like, or if it's positive, it's like a part of myself I love. And so I see that a lot, especially in Beach Bunny songs. But for this one in Steven Universe, it's Love Like You. And it's literally, it's very famous, like, if I could begin to be, and it's just like, there's this person I want to be. And it's the person I love within myself that I want to show off. And sometimes that person is just not there. And then every time, I like to sing to that song. I sing that song to myself all the time. It's like a go-to shower song for me, whatever. And then I either get really happy or really sad depending on what my mood is when I'm singing it. And so to me, it's just a really special song. And I do think it's important to me. So yeah, Love Like You by Rebecca Sugar from the Steven Universe.
That's really nice. Done? Yeah? Yeah. I have another few because if I don't say it, I think I would get so upset with myself.
Yeah.
First one is Out of Time by The Weeknd because I always feel like I'm out of time. Simple. Shut Up Mom's Calling it's a song. The band is called. The song is called that. The song of the vibe is really nice. And then it'd be illegal if I wouldn't mention Frank Ocean. My favorite Frank Ocean song is Moon River, and I really love that song because it's a cover from the original Moon River song sung by Audrey Hepburn, and I love it too. It has like its own flair to it, which I really like, and it's not a sad song. It's a sad melody, but it's just about, you know, two people growing apart, dreaming, living life, and I think that's all me. And then the other song, I actually need to check the name of it.
That kid keeps falling down for him. I just see his grandma picking him up every 2 seconds. Oh, he's dressed the same as his grandma.
Oh, that is so cute. Oh, it's cute. Yeah. It's Drake Yaba's Heartbreak. I love that song. There's no significance with the lyrics and stuff. It's just the melody, and it repeats itself multiple times, but I like that. A repetition of something that just like it's like Anna said. I don't know. It's trying to tell somebody that I want you to see me a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's me. And that's, I don't say explicitly how I want people to see me, but I indirectly influence how people see me. I know I have that power, and I use it all the time, and it's great, and that's just me.
And it's good.
But yeah, I do have a question for you, because I remember we had this conversation like ancient long ago, but you've never been in a relationship, have you? Do you think you missed out on that aspect of your life?
No. I'm glad I wasn't in a relationship, because some of these relationships will get like too thin. And it was genuinely like, I genuinely did not feel the need to be in a relationship. That's very true. But now I feel like I'm missing out. Because I was always like, oh, I'll wait until I'm 18. I wait until I'm 18. Okay, I'm 18 now. most of the people we know have dated people. So I do feel like, not that I've missed out because I don't really care, but that I'm like unexperienced, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm a very insecure person, so to me I'm like, oh, what if this like hinders my chances in the future?
Yeah.
But the more I talk to you guys, because like you guys have also never been in a relationship, I'm talking about like
Yeah.
I also like feel relaxed and it's like whatever. I'm just like not there. It's a different experience. I'm different from the others, and maybe that's good. It's different for, you know.
Everyone has their own journey.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I don't think I've missed out. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your whole life to experience that, right?
Exactly.
So it'll be fine.
I do think it will happen.
Yeah.
I don't think I will be forever.
No, 110.
Kiki's delivery service from Studio Ghibli. Just because I can think Studio Ghibli is such like a cute. Is it a genre? I feel like it's a genre at this point. It's just like, it's sweet, the art style is great, and I think that in general, like Studio Ghibli can be very mean. And then what it's missing though sometimes is like my very loud personality, and that's I think where Kiki comes in. I think Kiki does have a very loud personality, and I do think like one of her things in life is just to like do different side quests. Just like live her life, do whatever. She has her business, but she does other things too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, I love side quests. I love to just do things on the side that don't really, maybe are not going to be useful to my career, but I love doing them. And yeah, and I also watched it when I was relatively young, and I remember loving it so much. I think it was one of my first Studio Ghibli films. So yeah.
That is nice.
You?
The movie I think I resonate with the most has to be, it's actually also a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
It's called Ocean Waves, which not many people have seen, and I find it a tragedy. Actually, okay, no one needs to know that actually, let me not go into that. But it was produced under pressure with a lot of backlash, but honestly I think it's a beautiful movie if you just sit there and just let it lie, just watch. I don't know, it's a very slow-paced movie that the main character thinks a lot. I really like that. Like, he reflects on many aspects of his life. Like, he looks back in his teenage life at school and kind of delves into the people he met, if what he did was correct in that moment, or did he make the most out of the opportunity he had? Did he make a mistake? Should he have done something else? And I really like that. I really like how he reflects a lot on his past.
Yeah.
Wondering what could have been, or what happened, or what he could have done differently. And I just really like the movie. Also, the style of the movie, it's not your super typical Studio Ghibli movie. It's very pastel-y. It's very, because it's going through his past, so it's not very strong, like bright, strong colors like this jet black or I don't know, hot pink. It's very
Mellow.
dull, muted colors. Yeah. But yeah. That's what I think.
That was nice.
Being understood or being accepted, and why?
I feel like being accepted. Because I don't think you can ever be fully understood by some people, because you're also constantly evolving, and it is nice to feel understood, but I think it's better that even if when you're not understood, people still accept you. I think it's important for, even if you can't understand somebody, even if, you know, they're too out there for you, or if they're not too out there for you, that you can still accept who they are and still, you know, hang out with them, still be friends, whatever. I think that's more important for me. You?
I think it depends. I don't mind not being accepted. I really don't. I think, isn't being understood kind of being accepted?
No, because you can accept somebody without understanding them.
Because I think it depends. Like, if it's like friends, I would like to still be accepted even though they don't understand my situation. Yeah. But if it's more of like a rando, like an acquaintance and stuff, I'd rather be understood.
Yeah,
It depends on the relationship and on the topic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like if it became like about discrimination and stuff,
Oh.
like I don't expect anyone to ever understand my situation ever, because y'all would never understand.
No.
But at least to be accepted is nice. I guess it depends. It really varies. But yeah, you got any?
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one is, what are you most excited about next year?
I'm excited about meeting new people. I'm really looking forward to like what kind of people are in my like faculty, like who are the people in my study, and just meeting new people, getting new opportunities, and just actually experiencing life without my parents actually being there, because that's completely different. You have like real life responsibilities, and it's just getting serious, you know. So I'm really excited to experience all that.
Yeah.
You?
I'm excited also just to be independent, to start new. So that's also what I'm most scared about.
Yeah.
But I think I'm scared because I'm so excited, because I don't want to be disappointed. But I'm very excited about starting fresh, about having these new experiences, about being in a new place.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
The other one?
What's one thing you still want us to do in the future?
Oh, we have to travel. Look, we have to travel, but somewhere daring.
Yeah.
Like it can't be somewhere in Europe. I'm sorry. Like no hate to Europe, but like a proper place. Like I don't know. I really like I want to go Asia. I want to go Asia, Middle East, Africa, like somewhere crazy. Like maybe even America, North, South America, like anywhere.
Yeah.
But like somewhat daring.
Yeah.
Because like for us, it's easy to travel and find new places because we can just take
Just
the car.
leave, yeah.
But really, in the future, I want to go somewhere where like we're adults, we have a bit more experience,
Yeah.
and we're mature enough to leave the continent and properly explore somewhere that's like out of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I really want to do. You?
I honestly the same. I just hope we can still have at least, like it could be in the 10-year reunion, it could be at any other point in time. But I hope we still have like one last time where we're all just like out talking for a really long time. And honestly, that could be on a trip. I would love to do a trip in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Do you have any more questions before we move on to the final 3?
We should do the final 3.
Because we're already 2 hours in.
Yeah, that's enough, guys.
Enough of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's one thing that you want to take with you to the future from your whole life?
My brain, my functioning brain, that, because it has everything. It's got memories, it's got knowledge, it's got everything.
Yeah.
Just the way I think. I want to take it out in the future. I don't want to. Okay, I want it to evolve, not necessarily change, like for the good. I want it to evolve, like I don't know, expand my knowledge, and just
For me, it's just tying back to something I said in the beginning, just my optimism, my openness, I guess. I feel like if I keep that, I can keep, having hope for the future, keep experiencing things I'm excited about, keep being excited about things. And yeah, my optimism.
period. Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna do the question?
Do we do the question? Is it necessary?
No, because there's nobody here. Okay, guys. Okay, if you're seeing this, leave a question for us in the comments. Seeing this, leave a question for us in the comments, and we will reply.
Yeah.
And if we
What
won't,
should be nobody?
like, if it's somebody I don't care. What if it's 10 years? I can't laugh. My belly hurts.
What should be
if it's nobody, it's nobody. Whatever.
We could just put on the story as well.
Honestly, just like any question you want to ask us.
And I don't think they came this far. No one has that big of an attention
for
span.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's
No.
crazy.
We'll just add this to our story and just, if you have any question, ask us and we will answer. We'll install that app
Oh no, not that one.
for anonymous questions.
Yeah,
No.
you're honest. Yeah. And now, future selves. You go first.
I go first.
Marta, you're talking to your future selves. What advice would you give to yourself? What hopes and dreams do you have? What goals do you think you have accomplished? You hope you've accomplished. Close yours.
I hope to be, a mother. I hope to have a career. I hope to get where I want to go in life. But I also hope to not let go of my childish spirit. I hope to not let go of myself. I don't, like, if I'm speaking to you in the future, it's just like, know that I love you. I know that I will always love you, whatever you do. Even if you don't achieve these goals, I will still be very proud of you, whatever you do. And that I don't know what the future holds. I really don't, and I think that's what's fun. I think if we did know exactly what's going to happen, it wouldn't be so fun. If we did plan out this life, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. I think the randomness is part of it. So just, love yourself. Love the people that love you too. And just live life to the fullest. Do what you want to do. If people can't understand it, then people just can't understand it, but do it for yourself, not for them. It's your life to live, not theirs. And yeah. Love you.
Speaking of dating, wow. Don't know how some of y'all did it. But future me, honestly, do what makes you happy. If you don't, accomplish everything in life, that's fine. Look at the positives. Look at all the skills you gained, all the people you got to meet. I think that's what matters. That's what makes you rich. Pick your friends very wisely. Pick your friends very wisely. And the people you want in your life, just pick them in general very wisely. Don't let them in just because you feel bad. Be harsh. It's okay. Keep your standards high. Don't lower them. Keep working on yourself. Keep evolving as an individual, as a human. And just know you're amazing. Stay gold. Live, laugh, love. Can you believe it? This is the end?
I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. I knew we were gonna get here. I think beginning episode people, like the beginning of podcast, Leesley and Marta would be very, very proud of Leesley and Marta today. I think we've evolved in the way that we wanted to evolve.
Exactly. I agree.
And I think that's very hopeful for the future as well.
Yeah. Just keep going, working forward, and you'll make it. But guys, this is the end of the Day Night podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? I would love the people that have been on our podcast to try and comment something down below. I don't know, anything.
Say hi.
Say hi. We hope you all had a good time. We definitely got to meet a lot of you, and it was a really good time to, just say hi and get more insight.
And if you're ever famous, or if we're ever famous, you'll have a wonderful digital footprint to rely on.
Just know I'm using some of the stuff against y'all on Twitter.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we hope again, everyone on the podcast, you will accomplish great stuff in your life.
We love doing this. I hope you loved it too. We had fun with each and every one of you. We were surprised by a lot of you. There's one episode we didn't like, trying to figure out which one it was.
Ooh.
So some
It's a bit
little
messy.
tea. It's very messy. But honestly, if they come up to me like, is it mine? I'll tell you if it's yours.
Right. But yeah, honestly, truly, you all are great people. And listen, we know you'll make it.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in yourself, we do.
We do.
We always will. And my favorite line, don't be a stranger. Reach out. Say hi. Do something. I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't always have to be like a deep friendship after that, but it's just like a hi. Just to remember, I know you, and do you have this, you have that, and let's talk, let's go have tea, I don't know, or a drink for some of y'all. But truly, I had a really good time.
Yeah. So,
This was the Day Night Podcast with Leesley
and Marta.
signing out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's not the fucking bad.
No, I know, I just did it so you can edit and it's
Okay.
closed.
Yeah. Do you want to do it again?
This is the Day Night Podcast with Leesley
And Marta.
Oh, you did it again. This is the Day Night Podcast with Leesley
And Marta.
signing out.
Bye. Cute.